What's up, everybody? Matt Brady here again. I know I just introduced the Miata project we're doing here. I'm actually at Cameron's house already, and we already have it on the lift. I brought it over here about a week ago and kind of got digging into some of the stuff in it. And yeah, we found some issues and kind of just started throwing effort and time at it. Mostly Cameron's effort and time while I left the car here and had him kind of working on it because he's awesome and my friend. There he is. Hey, everybody say hi to Cameron. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so let me show you what all is up with the car first, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. Okay, so basically right after I bought the car, went and did those 2 videos or whatever that I already showed you guys, drove the car a little bit, and it just, I don't know, I mean, it was fun, but it didn't really feel like perfect, I guess. So I knew there was probably something up with the rear end. The previous owner had let it sit for like a year and didn't have a whole lot of information about the car. It just sort of sat in his driveway and had, you know, decent miles, so I said, screw it, and I bought it. We got on the lift, and he sort of found a lot kind of up with it. I got kind of busy with work, so I left it here, and I'll let him take it away, just telling you everything that he did to it for me that I'm paying him for the record.
Yeah, so it rolled in, and both the trailing arms in the back here were bent. It had a bent control arm. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of miles on it. It's got 120K, but just to be safe, kind of just started digging into stuff, and like just like every Miata, the alignment bolts were stuck, and you know, bolts were being a pain in the butt because Japanese, you know, cars are like that. So we pulled all the control arms off and started to get all the hardware out, and all the hardware was being a pain, so we just said screw it and removed everything. So we took everything off.
That's new.
Yep, everything off, all the way down to the bare subframe, pulled the diff out, pulled the brakes off, the hubs off, the axles out, found a couple axle leaks, which we'll address. Probably at a later date for a different video, I'm sure.
Yep. Not doing that today.
A couple axle leaks. Exhaust is a little rough, so I actually swapped in another known good mid pipe I had. Axles are good, surprisingly. It does need a boot on one side, so we're going to do that as well. So we got a little bit
So we got a little bit of a tear there.
Nick right there. So that's been slinging some grease. So we'll take care of that. Got all new OEM bolts for the suspension, and repainted and reinstalled some of these braces.
Yeah, these look really nice, by the way. They were kind of rusty and crappy looking before, as most Midwest cars
just sprayed them with some hammer tone. Just working on making sure everything is solid mechanically and structurally. Sprayed a little bit of undercoating just to make sure it doesn't rust.
I mean, for the most part, like for a, you know, what is it, 12? No, it's a 14-year-old car. I mean, it doesn't look bad. You know, a lot of this isn't, it doesn't look, I mean, the transmission has a bunch of like surface rust on it. And then one thing we noticed too is the front subframe is kind of crappy looking. I mean, there's a lot of rust everywhere, which in the future I might actually just either, we might pull the subframe down and have somebody powder, or not powder coat it, sandblast it and then repaint it ourselves, or I might just get a different subframe from a southern part. I'm not really sure what to do yet, but
it actually looks worse than it is. The alignment bolts are actually free on the front, so it's mostly just surface rust that just kind of looks ugly. So I think just pulling it off and blasting it, repainting it will make it look real nice.
Yeah, that's kind of well, what Cameron has mostly done so far, and part of the plans going forward. Other stuff we're gonna do, kind of, well, tonight especially, is the interior is really dirty because it sat for a whole year. We're gonna just scrub. Well, I'm gonna probably do more so the scrubbing that down, because that's like bullshit work that I don't want him to have to do. And then what else are we doing tonight?
So I think we're gonna tighten up all the control arms, rough set the alignment cams and the toe clamp cams, tighten up the axle nuts, and maybe put some fluid in the diff.
Get it back to close to drivable again, hopefully.
Yep, round out the back end mechanically, and then we'll maybe we'll get to putting a battery in it. It needs a battery. It's a Miata, so we all need batteries.
Yeah, right.
And ground strap's a little weird looking, so I'll probably just make a new ground strap for the battery. And after that, really, it's just a bunch of cleanup.
Okay, well, let's get to it, I guess. Stop watching me fuck up.
The other way.
Oh, that's why I thought, like, shit. I mean, it was like getting looser. I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense.
What are you working on, Matt?
A bolt.
On what?
A stupid bolt.
On what?
That one's already tight, dude. I think we tightened the fuck out of this thing already.
What part are you working on?
Oh, the swing arm.
Swing arm?
Is it swing arm?
Swing bar and link.
Well, that's what. Yeah, but this is. Oh, that's what I meant. Fuck. I'm not putting that in there.
Do we need to do a class in?
I don't know why I said it. I meant sway bar. Shut up.
Okay.
I meant sway bar.
We're gonna replace them anyway with aftermarket ones.
I meant sway bar.
I bought literally the cheapest aftermarket ones.
Don't hold it against me.
All right, sway bar's done. Yay!
It's a swing arm. It's a swing arm right here. Okay, so we have to bring the trans jack over so that we can push this, like, hub assembly, wheel assembly, actual whatever, up to actual ride height so we can tighten this bolt. And I feel like it was this bolt and this one up here.
Found this on the road dead. My S550 Mustang was a huge see you next Tuesday to get to all of your alignment bolts and the rear suspension. It was bad. Found on road dead.
Got to tighten the toe bolt there, right? That's what's called, toe bolt.
It's the it's a little cam adjustment bolt for the toe in the rear.
And watch what it does when you don't like put some kind of back pressure right here to keep it from moving around. Like that's how you adjust the toe on on the wheel. And look at this. Watch this.
When you move this, it changes the toe of the rear hub. So this is how you adjust
see it kind of shifting a little bit up there, in and out.
This is out and this is in.
Okay, let me get a little closer. Okay, do it again.
In and out.
Yeah, there you go.
So we're just gonna set it in the middle for right now.
We're gonna kind of do like a rough setup of it, and then we're gonna I'm gonna have to have that thing like professionally aligned after this probably. Anyway.
We'll do we'll set the toe front and rear just so it's safe, and then you'll have to set the thrust angle and the steering angle at the limit shop.
Time to put the brake rotors on, boys and gals.
So Matt, what kind of brake rotors did you get?
I got the Walmart special, which doesn't mean they're race.
They are not
brakes at all. They're regular old brakes.
They have one set of stop type pads.
They're going to stop, is what they're going to do for like 3 months until I get some race car brakes on. Not real race car brakes, but maybe. I don't know. This is what Miata guys do when they work on their cars. I need to learn.
Well, it's
gonna
actually
be
more like kind of rough to get the bolts on because they're kind of gross. But I don't have
The bolts just thread right in from the back, right?
Yes.
The videos are kind of fun. I don't know what the hell else I would do if I wasn't trying to do stupid shit for YouTube videos because I don't know what I did before. I feel like I just didn't have as much fun.
I'm gonna put my nuts on here just to hold this straight.
Go get your nuts up there. Don't bust one of them.
They're pretty raggedy already.
Alright guys, so I'm actually recording this part a few days later. We kept working on the car, but once we started getting into the brakes, it was taking too long to actually record all of that stuff and make good footage for you guys while actually doing the work. But basically we ended up replacing the brake pads, putting some new, well actually not new, they were old brake rotors from Cameron's Miata. On this one, he'd had them laying around, so the ones that had been on it were really rusty and crappy looking from sitting for a whole year. So basically, we got that stuff done. We called it a night. I didn't end up cleaning up the interior or anything, so I might show a little bit about that in another video. But needless to say, you know, we got most of the maintenance done. All that's really left is to change all the fluids in the car and then put a new battery in it, get the wheels back on it, obviously, and then it should be good to go. I have a lot of stuff planned for this thing, and I'll detail that in another video. The fun stuff is what's coming up. This was just the boring, you know, maintenance that you have to do with any old used car. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you subscribe to check out more of this car build, some more stuff coming with my Fiesta ST, and the DRZ 400 Supermoto kind of project I'm doing too. So yeah, until then, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.